exposure. Some exposure. Expose myself to you. To you. To you. E-X-P-O-S-E. Exposed. 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 Hashtag drama alert. There's news to expose. Hashtag breaking. SS Sniper Wolf has a vagina. More on that at 11. Vagina. Hey guys, it's scarce here. Lots of news today. Lots of exposure. And double upload. Expose. 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 Expose.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am completely pissed. I was gonna write a script for this video. Why am I still getting hate?
Hey, what's up guys, it's Scarce here, and so from now on, I am going to report the news. Let's go inside the stories.
Expose, 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 expose. You're exposed. You're exposed. You are exposed. Expose, 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 expose. You are exposed, sir. I'm going to expose you. Expose you. Oh my God, expose you. Expose, 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 expose. It's time for some exposure. Some exposure. Some exposure. Expose. Expose myself to you. To you. To you. E-X-P-O-S-E. Exposed. 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 Exposed.
I will be back and harder than ever.
Hashtag trauma alert. There's news to expose. Hashtag breaking. SS
I am
Sniper Wolf
tremendously
has a
big and
vagina. More on that at
tremendously
11.
hard, believe me.
Hey guys, lots of news today, lots of exposure. Double upload.
Oh, that was my welcome. Hello, everybody. How the fuck are you this evening?
You're exposed.
Oh, Jesus Christ almighty.
You are exposed. Expose, expose, expose.
What you do with your body that inflicts only harm to you,
Oh my God, expose you.
I don't give a fuck about.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am just
If you want to drink Crisco every morning for breakfast, right out of the bottle, God bless.
Hate?
Hey, what's up guys, it's Scarce here, and so from now on,
My
I'm
fatness
going to report the
doesn't
news.
infect
Let's
other
go
people.
inside the stories.
I don't know if you're fat or not. You could be in shape and have washboard abs, and I don't know.
Expose, expose, expose.
But a virus does. Part of the reason why there's more mutations, because the vaccine, partially due to stupidity, and also due to the fact that it's not being distributed throughout the world because pharmaceutical companies don't want to give up the intellectual property rights to make it cheaper for developing countries, which means there's going to be more mutations, and they get to keep making more vaccines. But what you do with your body, that's fine. But what you do affects someone else. I know the music is... No, I don't know the music is still on. That's a fucking lie. But when did I say mandate it? If you're referring to anything I've said in the past 48 hours, I didn't say mandate it. I didn't say mandate it. But to sit there and, you know, to happen to me multiple times, threaten to want to beat the shit out of me, or send people to beat the shit out of me because your feelings are hurt because we're talking about the virus. Yeah, I'm going to call you out. Here's the thing. This is why I said, I'm like, let me take a little bit of a step back, not out of being afraid with the title. It's that, no. If you want to refute information with me about how you feel about the vaccine and things like that, fine. I have no issue with you. You know, I have concerns, but no issues. Does that make sense? But if I... you know, and putting up what I put up on Twitter, and you're like, beta cuck, soy drinking latte male. You're just fat. That's why you're worried about it. I'm like, here's the thing. Like, would you be saying this about like shingles, like the shingles vaccine? You know what I mean? Like, is it? Would you not get it and just say, whatever? Like, I know you need it at a certain age, but it's just an example. Like, nah, my natural immunity. Or would you just say, like, oh, someone has syphilis. My natural immunity will just fight it off, so I'll be fine. So I'm having sex with them anyway. Like, it just doesn't make sense. And I've explained how they brought the vaccine out quicker countless times over and over again. Again, pharmaceutical companies are fucking terrible. They are fucking terrible. I agree with you. They are profit-driven monsters that hold life-saving treatments and medications hostage for profit. But you're fighting the wrong battle. So did I turn off the music? I think I did. Let me make sure. Yes, it is now off. It is now off. I don't think they act like Dr. Fauci is a god. I know if Kyle Kalinske just recently called him out. And how he was like telling people not to wear masks, but like I think there were emails saying that he was like he was saying to wear masks, or like he was like brushing off and saying it didn't come from a lab when it's all but confirmed that it came from a lab in China where they were looking at bat coronaviruses. Your point is invalid because natural immunity is stronger. Do you look at numbers than statistics? What COVID patients are the ones that are in the hospitals? They are the ones that are not vaccinated. Like, that's statistically, factually out there. Like, what are you talking about? With your mindset, you would just say, all right, let's just get natural immunity to the black fucking plague. Let's just get natural immunity to everything. Let's get rid of all vaccines and let's just go back to natural immunity. We'll live to the ripe old age of fucking 20. You know what? We'll get rid of technology. Let's not trust anything. Let's just get rid of everything. Let's just get rid of iPads. Let's get rid of our cars. Let's get rid of everything. Let's have no medications. Let's just let out blood when we're shitting blood, because that was what they tried to do to cure fucking everything. And we'll maybe live to 20. Those were the fucking days, man. God damn, I miss those days. Said not a fucking soul ever. You know, big hug. Thank you, Lord Zero. What do you think about people like Benji? He's not anti-vax, but he's diehard against. If it will make, here's the thing. It would probably cause like the prohibition of vaccines anyway. It would be fucking fruitless to make the COVID-19 vaccine mandated. Because people will be getting fake cards even more. So, nah, don't mandate it. It would just be a shit show anyway. So, I just wish that more people would not be as misinformed and we get the vaccine. But no, I wouldn't. If I was in the Oval Office for whatever fucking reason, I wouldn't mandate it. I know some people who are on the left are like, oh my God. No, because I think it would have, it's not that I don't think that people should get the vaccine. They definitely fucking should, but it would just cause more bullshit. You know what I mean? So there's that. There's my controversial take as someone who's very pro-vaccine. There's my controversial hot take. Brennar, I skipped your super chat, did I? Yeah, I would be considered obese. I'm not as obese as I was, but I'm still obese, of course. Brennar, would you run through Justice Dems? I have no idea, man. The chances, like I said before, are like 0.01% to zero, complete zero, that I ever would run for an office. So let's just hold our horses back with birds. Oh, man. So, all right. Yes. It causes backlash. It would cause, like, black markets, which they already have now with the vaccine not being mandated. They already have a black market for the cards, which would probably just grow exponentially. So, no, if I was in some position of political power, I would almost be guaranteed not to mandate it, unless there was some, like, catastrophic reason that it would need to be. You know what I mean? So, no, I am reluctantly but strongly, if that makes any sense, against mandatory vaccinations. What is your opinion on the red ring of death? It was Microsoft. They admitted it. They rushed the console out to market and didn't do enough R&D on the motherboard and cooling, and it was pretty interesting. There was a whole bunch of, they called it the skeleton pile of dead consoles that they had to figure out what was wrong with them. No other company could have taken that loss. I don't even think Sony could have. If Sony had a red ring of death caliber situation with the PS3, there may not be a Sony right now. Microsoft luckily had deep enough pockets to get through it. But I don't think any other company could really do that. Maybe Nintendo. I don't know who's worth more right now. Well, I think Sony is, because they're technically a conglomerate. Nintendo's a corporation. Sup, rich and birds. So, anyway, you know what? Let's change the title to something different. You know why? Because I've made my point. It's there. It's done. So I'm going to crack open some QVC, which I'm sure some people are shitting and breathing a sigh of relief right now. Holy shit. Elizabeth Holmes, the scam artist that for some reason I find mildly attractive, even... Hey, Dad, some people in the chat are saying EDP is back. Also, if Howard Stern ran for office and asked you to be a vice president, would you? Probably not. Why does my phone keep going off? Anyway, I don't know. So the Red Ring of Death was a problem that I don't think that any company... I've watched the DSP through the rabbit hole. You missed my super chat. I tested positive on the 23rd. Feels like a minor flu or severe. I'm not fat. I basically feel 100... Yeah, and I had a friend who said literally it just was his nose and it felt like a cold. I had a cousin die of it. Probably two. And he was in perfect health, by the way, for everyone wondering. So, anyway, you should watch this DSP and the worst fundraiser. It's an hour of pure DSP and the worst fundraiser. What's the link to it? All right, we'll look at that. Let's read this. I want to see what the fuck happened with this. 7 months of birds, men, and horses. What a time to be alive. So, I think I made my point. I hold to my point. And like I clarified on Twitter too. I don't despise all anti-vaxxers. I despise the anti-vaxxers that their rhetoric to me is, you're a fat piece of shit, fuck you, it's only for fat people. That means you're just ignorant, you're not really read up on anything. Not saying I'm a scientist by any means, but your attack is you fat, me win. And yes, I'm gonna hate you. Because, and I know people like this in real life. This doesn't mean just even talking about like trolls. It's people like you that hold society back. You rather be right than do what's better for people. And it's gross. So if you want to talk like a human being, talk like a human being. I'll just probably still disagree with you, but that's fine. If you just want to act like an ape, I'm just going to treat you like an ape and just ignore you. So, what's super chat? It's hard to win an argument with a smart person, but it's damn near impossible to win an argument with a stupid person. Yes. Because they're too stupid to realize what they're wrong about. Howard Stern, I heard him saying that Cherry Jesus, he was 210% kidding. Weirder shit has happened, so if it happened, but he was like, no. He's like, dude, I barely want to get up in the morning to do this show. He's like, I'm not running for president. You want me to actually, like, I don't want to do the 4 hours a day I do with this fucking show. You want me to run be the most powerful person on the planet? He's like, I'm 65. I'm excited when I have a proper bowel movement, let alone running the United States. And then we have fucking Barack America, Donald Care, Captain Hairy Legs, who can't form a sentence at 78, falling asleep at summits. Mr. Biden. Donald Care! Barack America! My hairy legs turn blonde with Corn Pop's son! Anyway, what am I doing? So, sorry, Neil. But I don't think he's serious. I'm almost guaranteeing he's not serious. Could we watch DS? Yes, I will look at on Twitter. You DM me it. Worst fundraiser. Okay, that's the one you're talking about. 7 months of birds. Do you think of the multiverse somewhere there is a man-sized chicken who has a small porcelain bird? Yes. And his name is Felipe. And the turkey's name is Stuart. Hope you're doing well, man, and everyone else in the stream. Thank you, Madison. You're always the nipple king to me. Nipple king. Nipple king. Nipple king. Nipple. 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 Oh, nipple. Nipples on a bird. Nipples on a bird. Nipples on a bird. They are laying turds. Nipples on a bird. Nipples, 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 nipples on a bird. Lay a turd. You crazy bird. Oh. Watch Punish Bernie Eamon. And you asked me that yesterday too. So yes, possibly. All these anti-mask vax morons don't even know the DNA standards for without having to Google. Guarantee you 1,000% they wouldn't be able to pass a biology 101 class. Tremendously sad. Believe me, tremendous penis. I have. Well, don't listen to Marco fucking Rubio. My dick is tremendously big and sometimes gets tremendously wet when Melania shows me her titties. Oh, yeah. Elizabeth Holmes. Fuck. All right. Well, I don't really know what you could see. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Oh, yeah. I can. It's cut off a little bit. So, a jury has convicted Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes on 4 counts of fraud on their 7th day of deliberations. She was acquitted on another 4, and there is no verdict on the remaining 3 counts. She was found guilty in 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud against Theranos investors and 3 other counts of wire fraud against investors. She was acquitted on all 4 counts of wire fraud against patients. Judge Edwards, who's presided over the trial, is expected to sentence the fallen entrepreneur at a later date. The former multi-billion-dollar entrepreneur could face decades behind bars. Okay, that's all I care about. Holmes, I want to know how long her sentence was. Like, I knew she was probably going to be found guilty, but that's crazy, man. I remember that when Theranos was like, oh, you could just prick your finger and get all these diagnostics, and everyone, like, you're going to be able to go into a drugstore and find out if you're going to fucking drop dead tomorrow. Then she had that really super deep voice that I heard was something that she put on, and her voice actually wasn't that deep because she wanted to seem more commanding. I don't know if that's true. I just want Darkside Phil to watch your balls, watch your balls, watch your balls, watch your balls, watch your balls. Anyway, Nipple King sometimes uses Bing, but it's just a fling, has a huge ding dong, ooh, smoke a long bong, birds. If Jesus was alive today, he'd be crucified a second time for telling people to get vax. Yes, probably. All kidding aside, absolutely. Yeah, it's so many things have failed on so many levels. It's so infuriating. That's also why I wanted to steer course. I stand by everything I said when it comes to the vaccine, but it would have been a headache the whole fucking night. You know what I mean? It just would have been a headache, and I would have heard the same shit over and over. You would have heard the same shit from me. It would have been review. Rich, shut the fuck up. You've said this a billion times about COVID USA. Like, you know? Yeah, we're almost going on 3 years of this shit. Started in late 2019. Oh, no, we're going a little over 2 years. I have a friend who won't get the vaccine because we don't know what's in it. It can be dangerous, but smokes crack. I'm not even lying. That's what I'm like, and that's with the people regarding me. Like, I'm already back on track after the holidays. Today I had protein. I had a protein fucking. It's a weird thing to say, a protein donut, which it literally is protein. It's like it's a meal replacement thing. And I had turkey chili. But I'm saying I know I'm not the epitome of health. I still have titties. But these people that are like anti-vax are like, I'm not putting something, I don't know what I'm putting in my body. By the way, I'm a raging alcoholic that my doctor literally told me I'm on death's door. I'm not kidding. I wish I was fucking making that up. I'm like, you are the prime candidate for the vaccine. You take no health precautions. You drink, and you're not going to get you're worried about what's in the vaccine. It's like that scene with that basketball movie with Leonardo DiCaprio in it, and they're shooting up heroin. And as they're shooting up heroin, one of the actors in that scene wipes the Sprite bottle he was drinking from, and they were sharing the heroin needle, and the guy looks at him. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "I don't want to get your germs, man. I'm wiping your spit off the." He's like, "Bro, we're sharing a fucking needle, you idiot." Like, I just don't get it. I could see if you had, like, washboard abs, perfect symmetrical nipples, and you're just walking around like, all right, I still don't agree with you. You should get the vaccine, but fine. You want to make the argument that because you really take care of your health, but these people aren't taking care of their health. They're just saying, I'm worried about what I'm putting in my body. Obviously, you're factually not. You know what I mean? It's I think it's Basketball Diaries, I believe, with Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, Basketball Diaries. Yep. So that's the other thing I like, that kind of like, okay, I don't agree with you, and I still feel you should get the vaccine. But if you want to make the argument because you live some super fucking healthy lifestyle, which I'm like, okay, whatever, but fine, you still should get the fucking vaccine. But if you're like drinking like a fish or having extra slices of pizza, like someone who's sitting in between birds, actually, I've stopped doing that again. You really don't have any room to talk about that. You know, and again, me being fat can infect you. I know it's arguable that the COVID vaccine doesn't protect against a vaccinated person may still be able to infect someone else. But if more people were vaccinated, it still would spread less. That's facts. That's factual. But I can't infect you with my obesity, Jay Fitz. Like, how are you not computing that? I can't infect you with my obesity. My nipple can't fly through the camera and attack you. I don't know what the fuck that means, but we're going with it, which it kind of makes sense. That would be the weirdest. That would be the weirdest CNN news headline ever. YouTuber's nipple flies through camera and attacks audience. Breaking. Rich, imagine Keemstar. Oh, I know. Keemstar Sunny V2. We're going Keemstar. No, QVC. What am I saying? QVC Nintendo Switch. Yes. Yes. Evening, Rich. Hope I haven't missed much. Oh, we went on a wild emotional roller coaster for a little bit. Mr. Pete, 19. I have no. As a matter of fact, I have to read it. I got the booster today. I'm gonna use it as an excuse to call out of work tomorrow, even if I feel fine. I love you. And there's a pretty good chance you may feel crappy enough, even if you don't feel terrible, that it's still a good idea to take off. Watch Channel 5 with Andrew Callahan. Oh, are you going to send me on a rabbit hole? Let's watch like one thing of this. Pokemon game. No, wait. Did we watch that one? What is the... Did they do one recently? Hold on one second. Here we go. Any games you want to play? Oh, Ragnarok, yeah, I'm going to play that. Horizon Forbidden West. Stalker 2. You know, I'm interested in that. Kind of glad they're stepping the hell away from NFTs. That was pretty fucking incredible. Anyway. Like that, like,
and some new ones. Well, guess what? This is brand new.
And like Ubisoft is balls deep with NFTs, man. They're still like, no. We want NFTs. Old. We want those Ubisoft courts, whatever the fuck it's called. Like they're not giving up on it. They're like you are going to succumb to our NFTs, whether you want to or not. Who is the CEO? Oh, Yves Guillemot. Yves Guillemot is going to pound our asses with non-fungible tokens. Ass pounding with non-fungible tokens. To predict for fun, you think Xbox will go on top and PlayStation? It's going to be a very murky generation. It's not going to be just that black and white. It's just not. The birds agree. Are you going to deny what the birds think? Are you going to refute fucking with the fucking birds? Okay. Tell me how that ends up. How that pans out for you. Fucking with the birds. You don't fuck with the birds. The birds fuck with you. Remember that. Make sure you can see you. NFTs to the moon. Yeah. Yeah, you still felt like shit and you were vaccinated. Imagine how you would have felt if you were not vaccinated. Not to be doom and gloom, and I would never, I thank God that would not happen and did not happen. You may not be typing that super chat right now. It's just the reality of it.
Literally just hit the market today, the Nintendo Switch Lite. And I was joking with our electronics expert, Joe Harrison, who's here right now, that my own 7-year-old was...
She has like the thickest hair on the planet. I'm not saying it like from a negative or positive perspective. That is insanely thick hair. Like her hair would still be thick if she gave me enough to make a very voluptuous mullet. One thing I don't get is that's where some people are about getting it. People were going out and buying dresses and stuff to get the shot. P.S. Get the shot. Buying dresses. Who's... what? The other thing taking the wind of Trump's stance is if he runs, he couldn't eke out a win in 2020. He won't win with less voters. No. Oh, there won't be less voters, man. There'll be angry people who voted for Joe Biden, which I expected nothing from Joe Biden. Zero. Who, for some reason, they were naive enough to expect something from Joe Biden. And they're going to go back and just, I'm voting Republican this time. No, I think he has a decent chance. Do I want him to? No, but I'm not going to call it. I'm not going to call it in a different direction because I want to just will it that way. That's just the reality of it.
schooling me on the Nintendo Switch Lite because he was so excited that it was coming out today. So what's the difference? This is a much more mobile, portable way to take your gaming with you. It's a little bit smaller version than the original Nintendo Switch, yet the screen is...
And hold on. All right. Review, I'm a hypocrite and going back into controversial topics, USA. But all the freaking out with, oh, now they want us to get a booster. Like, oh, my God, they want me to get a new flu shot every year, too. Holy shit, conspiracy time. Like, you're missing the conspiracy, champs. You're missing it. The conspiracy is... Notice if the vaccine wasn't effective and they just wanted to put a microchip in our bodies so Bill Gates can find us and buttfuck us all. They already have devices for that. What the real conspiracy is that they don't want to give it away. They don't want to remove the intellectual property on the vaccines because they don't want to give it away to third world countries or developing countries. They want more mutations to happen, so then they have to make more vaccines or booster shots, make billions off that. Oh, look, there's more mutations because we're not giving the vaccine throughout the world. Now it's another profit machine. That's a conspiracy I'm 110% on board with, and I believe it. Pharmaceutical companies are terrible. But the vaccine does work, and that's actually kind of proof right there. If the vaccine was just ineffective and they were just trying to make us all succumb to whatever Alex Jones conspiracy theory you're nibbling on his giant forehead with, they would just be handing out the vaccine to everybody, right? If it was meant for some kind of control or mass extinction or whatever fucking crazy thing you think, don't you think they would just hand the vaccine out like fucking candy? Doesn't matter where you're from. Think critically. Think. Well, I guess it is hard if you can't think. So anyway, sorry. Yeah, I kind of review. I went, yeah, but see, you were fully again though, Moonshade, you were fully vaccinated. It sucked, but you're alive. Or you probably would have been alive anyway, but it wasn't a night. Even El Presidor, I guess he got COVID. This is before there was a vaccine or whatever. And he literally said it was so bad that if it wasn't for his cats, he would have killed himself. And he meant it. Like, I'm not being funny. And that's El Presidor, who will call anybody a fat, degenerate slob within seconds. And believe me, I'm not showing him love. I know he hates me. And that's okay. But there's a point, like, I don't think anyone will not say he's a tough dude. He's a tough dude. And for him to say it was brutal, come on. You missed my first super chat. Please, Rich, kiss Steve. Okay, kiss the bird. That is a beautiful bird. I apologize. Rich, I have an aunt who is really in on the anti-vax stuff. Can I send you a screenshot on Twitter DM and get your take? For you, I will look at it. Oh, yes, absolutely. I'll look at it off screen, though. I'm not going to, like, just throw your aunt under a bus. I wouldn't even throw my own family under a bus. I wouldn't even name who I was talking about or how they're related to me yesterday. You know? So, yeah, I'll check it out, though. Sweet
huge,
cock.
Still high definition. The Joycons do not come off. These are attached because this is going to be the guy you take with you on the go very easily. You don't have to charge the controllers. You don't have to worry about losing them. You don't have to worry about that with the Switch so long as it's not broken. I mean, I like the Switch Lite, don't get me wrong. Longevity, I question. I've never used mine enough to know if I would get Joy-Con drift, but I've heard it's still a thing. But yeah, the Switch with the Joy-Cons, if they're clicking in right, you have zero to worry about with losing them. If my son hasn't lost them, you ain't fucking losing them. Oh, Rich, so yes, I will give you my take, but initially for privacy and then if I think it's something okay, because there's crazy motherfuckers out there, man. You know, gotta love it when we have a virus that is 16 times more deadly than the flu and people will still be skeptical of its existence. And they used the 99.9% survival rate. Okay, great. I know another person. Like I said, cousin passed away from it, was in perfect health. He was a personal trainer, full physical a month before he passed away from it. Someone who's a nurse practitioner had it. Now she has a heart condition because of it and other health issues. I know another person who I went to school with that was a nurse that now has, they're giving it, it's called long COVID. She now has 5 years to live because it ravaged her body and heart so much. But that's okay, but, you know, it's just a fat person problem, right? It's, why do we worry about, like, no, again, whatever dietary choices you make or what I make doesn't affect you and vice versa. You can eat however you want to eat. But a virus affects other people. It's not hard to understand the difference. And if you genuinely don't, and you're just not refuting me because you don't like what I'm saying, you're dumb. You can't get pizza-itis from my fat ass having too much pizza, which I did not do. But I'm just saying today. But I'm saying. However, people not choosing not to get vaccinated can make other people sick. So, what about us that almost died due to vaccine, heart attack? If your doctor is telling you that, yes, you could get a clot. I know someone, her physician is hesitant about her being fully vaccinated against COVID. She did get one shot because she has reactions to vaccines. I'm not telling you to die and get the vaccine. That's ridiculous. That's insane.
Like she could go into, I think, anaphylactic shock, that's called. No, I want her to get the... I want to force the needle in her arm and make her risk her life. Of course not. That's ridiculous. But if it's like those Karens that are like going around without a mask on and filming before they even go into the fucking store saying they have a medical issue that they don't have, then no, fuck off. But no, I would never, ever say, yeah, you have some medical condition that some people do have. Like I said, I know someone who has it. I would never be like, yeah, even though your doctor said it could kill you, go take the vaccine anyway. It's for the cause. No, that's ridiculous. And that would be monstrous. And I would never do that. But again, Hakuna Matata's, you're going back to the fat thing. You're going back to the fat thing. My fatness doesn't affect you. You not wanting to drive with a seatbelt doesn't affect me. I don't understand this whole thing with just straight up natural immunity. Like, would you say that for the shingles virus won't kill you, but it's painful as fuck? Be like, my natural immunity will fight off shingles. Right, that's something you have to worry about when you're way older than even me, but you get my point. Like, if there was actually, I think there is a vaccine for Ebola. But if you're around Ebola, which I know is way more deadly and way more, it's not actually airborne, but through bodily fluids, it's very infectious. But would you say, no, here's a vaccine that'll pretty much guarantee that you won't get Ebola? Would you go, nah, my natural immunity will protect me. I'd rather shit blood and almost die because I'm a fucking Chad. Like, come on. Get out of your fantasy world. You want like I said, you want the conspiracy. The conspiracy is that the pharmaceutical companies, even though I think it came from a Chinese lab, from a bat. I think it was accidentally leaked from a Chinese lab. I don't think China did it maliciously. It would be nonsensical for them to do so. I know they're a horrible. Their government is horrible, but anyway. But but then they were like, cha-ching. We just don't relinquish the intellectual properties for these vaccines. Developing countries can't get it. Another mutation comes around, and we need to make a semi-annual or annual booster shot. Ding, ding, ding. There's your conspiracy from the, I agree, very evil pharmaceutical companies. You got it. They'd rather let people in developing countries die and get sick so they and not relinquish the intellectual property of the vaccines so they could make more money. And on top of it, there's more mutations, which means they have to make more vaccines, which means that they make even more money. Billions upon billions of dollars. There you go. Why are people surprised by COVID deniers? People don't believe straight people could get AIDS. Oh my! It was called. They called it. Didn't they call it grids, which refer to gay? What did grid stand for? It's like, oh, that is such as like how does a virus have a sexual preference? A virus doesn't give a shit. It's just looking to replicate. Why would you say that? Oh, that was so fucking gross. You want to pin a deadly virus on the gay community when it's a virus. You don't have to have a medical degree to know that's nonsensical. Oh, man. The sad thing is 16 times isn't a made up number for a fact. I did. P.S. Everyone should be vac. Full stop. No excuse other than bad immune system. Stay safe, Rich. And like I said, like that person that I IRL know or know in real life, yeah, they could go into anaphylactic shock and die. So, of course, you're an exception. So, the potential of what COVID can do to you is worth getting. That is why I did and got the booster. If maybe nothing, if I caught it unvaxxed, I may live, but I was going to take the gamble. And that's the thing. There's many people I know that they survived, but now they have like long-term issues. And like I said, the one person I know who was a nurse, now they've given her, it's called long COVID. It ravaged her, and now she has like 5 years to live, they're saying. But again, it's just a fat person's problem. You know. Anyway, sorry. More lighthearted fun. Let's have more lighthearted fun. Damn it, Rich. This is a family-friendly stream. You have beautiful fucking birds. So, it's, I have asthma not now because you have asthma now because of COVID, the goof. And difficulties walk. Yeah, you had COVID. You were in the hospital. You had it rough. I just don't. But you know what? And I'm going to say it. I think I said this yesterday. Cenk Uygur brought up a very valid point that I know even people who despise them and are more right-wing will agree with, is that pharmaceutical companies are terrible. What about when they were shoving opiates down everyone's throats? Saying, oh, they're not habit-forming. Oh, you'll be fine. And it became an epidemic. People were dying. People were becoming addicted. It was ravaging through people's towns. And they were putting out there, and new corporate news sites are putting out there, opiates were safe. And now you want people to trust you? I get it, and I'm smart enough to understand. And many people are, but there's many people that have justified reasons for mistrust. But then you have pieces of shit out there that grift off that and then put misinformation in people's ears who don't care because they're making $1. And I guarantee you a lot of the people who are anti-vax and all that shit, they're probably vaccinated themselves. They'll sell you the lie, though. They'll sell you the lie. It gets this 25-year-old grandpa excited.
You're getting grandpa excited.
Hopefully you're not being literal, because that would be a world. I don't even think that's mathematically possible. But anyway, I'm stoned and we're watching Nintendo Switch Lights.
Get all the great gaming. What I love about this is it has expandable memory. We have great colors to choose from. The yellow.
I would hope to God the Switch would, because the 32 gigabytes, even back in 2017, was a laughably low amount of storage. What the fuck were they thinking? I know from Re-Res, we used to always like, yeah, man, and hi-fi, yeah, the Switch does not have enough storage, and it doesn't. It doesn't. So it better have expandable storage. I've expanded my financial asshole buying SD cards for Nintendo Switches. I blame Reggie, even though he's no longer part of the company. Reggie.
teal and and gray, and we are doing a huge bundle that no other gaming store or other place that you go to today is going to have. So in addition to your Nintendo Switch Lite, we're including a game. This is the latest version of Crash Bandicoot plus the 2 previous versions. So it's 3 games in one. You gotta have games to play the Nintendo Switch, right? So this is coming included, a $50 game. We're also giving you the case, which I know.
Okay. So the game, when were they selling this? I don't know. What is the rest of the bundle?
Oh, when I got the original, we had to go out and buy a case for our son. You need a way to protect it. You're also getting a screen protector.
Yes, IME. Yeah, it's actually not terrible. I just want to check. I'm waiting for a package for a very secret thing. I'm looking at the wrong thing. If you're wondering what I'm distracted by, and I just want to find out what the hell is going on. Hold on. How is it? Hold on one second. I'm sorry. The hell are you? Okay. It's saying it's still being delivered. Oh man, I was complaining about food yesterday and I'm waiting for a package. Fuck, I am DSP, man. Did you really on a ship? Fuck. You missed my super chat, Dad. I'm anti-fap. I know that would be a lie. Who's no one's anti-fap. My fault. $10 super chat. You missed my first. Did I? Man, I really did. Would you consider doing a special edition Satisfy Grip OLED like Wood from Beat 'em Ups? His already we want our RTU edition. Well, then you gotta talk to Phil, man. He has to see the demand is there if people wanted RTU grip. Grip my RTU. Go let Satisfy Gaming know that you want to grip. You want to grip ReviewTechUSA. You want to wrap your palms around me while you play your Switch. Go let Phil know about that. Tell your birds too. Fuck birds. Fuck birds. Fuck birds. Fuck birds. Fuck birds. Fuck birds. Fuck birds! Yeah, you heard me. Is there a chance we... Yes, of course. We go the much. You look at the guy from ReviewTechUSA. You him? No, I'm not him. I'm Bill from ReviewTech Australia. Logo on the screen projector. Dude, I think about everything, but I'm not on the whole Alex Jones level of it anymore. But do I think there's very powerful people up on the top that manipulate governments via corruption and bribes and yes, control our lives? All right, yeah, then I guess I'm agreeing with you generally. Then yeah. I believe that DSP washing his balls can save us all, though.
Wash your balls, 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 wash your balls.
That man will save us all. Can you help me out with the staple gun? Anti-holes. The birds are pissed now. Samsung is now making an 89-inch micro LED for the 110-inch model, however, is $150,000. But currently, the 89-inch model will be cheaper. Okay, great. I will get the home equity loan out right now for that. Let me go jump and absolutely not fucking do that and smash this bird against my head instead. I love birds. I love birds. Did you ever have a PS1 with a mod chip? Yes. I had the one where you had the... My dad put in where you could trick the PS1 to think the lid was down when it wasn't, so there was a switch. And then I had where it had on the serial port, it was like an action replay, I believe it was called. So I could burn games, so I would put an actual retail game in. It would get the BIOS off of that to load so that it would boot. Then you would put the other disc in, and you had the switch making it think it was the same disc. So after it stopped spinning, got the BIOS off, you would put the other disc in, and then you could play whatever game you burnt. And this is back in like 97, 98. So this was like ridiculously bleeding edge shit that I was doing. And that's why I never got laid in high school. Like, no, I did not miss the 25-year-old grandpa. So, oh, you missed your super chat. I'm sorry. Kyle Klukin, where you at, bro? The youngest mother in history, I believe, was under 6 years old. So, yes, it would be possible, but very disgusting and illegal and horrifying and Jared Fogle monstrous. I'm gonna fucking vomit. Did you see Samsung's putting NFTs in TVs now? Oh, I'm so tired of. I'm so fucking sick of NFTs. I'm so tired of them. I know I probably should have invested in some, and then I would have Keemstar fuck you money at this point. But I just am so tired of everything. I'm gonna have seltzer bottles with NFTs on them. I don't fuck birds and fuck NFTs.
Included in that. I'm not even done yet.
His multi-disc games are unbeatable. They said it me. Yes, it did. But no, I did multi-disc. I'm pretty sure I had a way I could, or maybe I'm solid revving where he couldn't see 60 FPS for Fear 2 and his son could. I'm pretty sure I did multi-disc with my mod. Maybe I'm wrong, though. I mean, most games were one disc anyway, so who gives a shit, except for Final Fantasy Horse. Final Fantasy 7. But I'm pretty sure I could do multi-disc. I don't know.
You're getting a set of headphones as well. So it's a whole complete set today, $100 off because we're celebrating it hitting the market. So it's $299.99 for all of it. 6 flexible payments, so that means $50 gets it home.
Man, I want to pay people to do all these mods. I'm gonna mod. I think I'm gonna mod the Wii U. I'm still waiting for some Wiimotes to show up and a couple other things. I have like all this shit that's like coming in drips and drabs. And one of the people I bought the shit from eBay from is like, yeah, I have COVID. I'll send them out in a couple days. No, thank you. No thanks. I will take a refund, sir. I hope you feel better. I don't want your Wiimotes that are maybe covered in COVID-19. No, thank you. Dad is not interested. Would you let me touch your bird? What do you think? What? All right, hold on. He's got to pay. All right. He has a price. He said he'll talk later, though.
Home right now, and you can pay that off interest-free over time, and free shipping and handling.
So yeah, I'm waiting for like drips and that's my editor is coming back to work on the 5th. He's gonna have work, lots of work, lots of sponsor spots, lots of multi-angle videos like the Wii U. Welcome back, Jay. The birds are gonna pound your hole. Jack Thompson returns to fight against NFTs. Well, thank God, because I have no idea who Jack Thompson, who the fuck he is, but he's going to save us. Oh, man. It's like Steve the chronic masturbator is going to save democracy. Well, thank God. Yeah, well, of course they're ripping you off, but she's cute, so let's continue.
Which is another $12 savings. So it's really exciting. Joe, I'm glad you're here. You look like you are ready to rumble with
absolutely.
this.
So much fun.
I'm telling you, Nintendo Switch is just the gaming system to have. I think because the younger people use it, but the families love it too because it's Nintendo. You know, we can all get in on it together.
Yeah,
Nope. You missed the market. Nintendo themselves markets it to young-ish adults. Early 20-somethings to early 30-somethings. I'm an old fuck and should not be allowed to play a Switch. No, we'll be doing more JCS. We'll be doing more. He was the guy who took GTA to news and violent. What do you mean? This guy right here?
Definitely grew up with it. And when Nintendo came out with mobile gaming, that was back in the 90s.
Right.
And I remember when I had that original mobile gaming, it was just...
I remember when I have that original mobile we're the tech expert. I remember back when I had the original mobile gaming. Me too. When I had that back, the original mobile gaming. Those were the days where I played that great Sega game, where I had that entertainment Nintendo system, where I was playing Duck Hunt with a mullet, being fat, having a Ruffles potato chip fucking shirt on. I'm not joking about any of that. That's literal. Those were the days. Let's continue with tech expertise.
Just 2 colors, and now it's high definition, and it's Crash Bandicoot, which is nice.
I love how they're making it like it's 720p, which is fine. I've always said that the resolution of the Switch, I don't give a fuck if the next Switch, so long as it has significantly more powerful hardware, make it 720p, 60 hertz still, because I rather save on the battery life, so I'm okay with 60. HDR if you want to go nuts. You want to do OLED, that's fine, but it could be 1280 by 720. Just make it beefier so more games run at 60 with better visuals, and I'm fine. Like 1280 by 720 is fine for the Switch and the Switch Lite.
Nice family-friendly game.
Look at this
You're able to
screen.
play with it. It's a nice big 5.5.
You're able to play with it. Really? No shit. Michelle's bringing in the tech geniuses here, man. It's a video game that you're able to play. We have Steve, the sex toy expert, next to us. Steve, what does this butt plug do? Well, it's a butt plug that you shove up your ass. Wow, thank you, Captain Obvious. Let's get back to this game that you can play that's HD. Oh, no, he was the guy who took GTA. No, Jack T. I'm still not sure what you mean. When do you call a dinosaur who likes to read? A thesaurus? Ha ha! See, I gave you an extra special thing here. Let's actually give you a...
Look here! Look, listen! Half-inch display, so it's nice and big and easy to see.
That was a good port of Crash Bandicoot on the Switch, though. Solid. I mean, I understand it doesn't have the bandwidth that they could have done 60. But actually, think about it. I don't even think the 8th gen consoles had a 60 FPS version of the Crash Bandicoot games. It's pretty sad, actually. Shows how crappy the CPU cores were in those systems.
But I love what Michelle mentioned. The remote controls are built into the Switch. The previous generation, they came on and off. You had to constantly charge them. Now they're already built in there, so you don't have to worry about losing parts.
Yeah, parts. It's funny you mentioned that, man. I forgot your name already. Because what happens when you get that Joycon drift on those, though? You're going to have to do something with those parts, right? With a regular Switch... Of course, I got the Steam Deck on pre-order, bro. Madison Blake, absolutely. I got some surprises coming soon that I have to also have. Man, Jay, I hope you're ready. But yeah, I got a surprise. I can't talk about it, but it's a surprise. Right, Birds? You're full of surprises. You're full of shit, too. Shame on you.
We're charging everything at once. It all is all right there in one simple device.
Now, one thing I thought was cool, you're playing by yourself, right? Yes, but this is not just a solo gaming system because this has capabilities I was really impressed by. Tell me how many people can link up their Switch lights.
So if you have a Switch Lite or you have a regular Switch, up to 8 people can play all at the same time.
Come on.
So it really makes it a family experience. So even though sometimes when you hear about a company...
Yeah, but the way you're going to play is with the Switch and the dock. You're not going to sit there with 8 of those. I mean, you can, and I'm sure it has and will happen enough times, but that's not what you're going to do. Will you hint the date? No, not until I have the goddamn thing in my hands. Lord knows what's happening with shipping. Review DSP sounding like DSP. You are becoming DSP USA. Why am I toxic? Complaining about the service from a restaurant yesterday. Complaining about a shipment today. Next thing you know, I'm going to be beaten off on camera and saying I was scratching my leg.
They come out with a new console. You have to get all new games. This one, you don't have to get the new games. It plays all the existing games. And then if everybody wants to play together, you don't have to get rid of that old console. They all will work together. And that's the great thing about Nintendo. They're designing these consoles for families. And it's game.
No, it's such a pain in the ass to do like a family account. It's such a pain in the ass to share games. You can't even do it. So you have to have multiple accounts, but I'm in the transition of doing that right now for my kids. It's not simple. It's not simple. Oh, Rich, you're just a dumb piece of shit. I agree. But don't make it like it's just everyone's going to have a library. They could just hold hands and share their library. No, those are lies, and the birds know it. Those are lies, man with an impeccably ironed shirt.
We're giving today Crash Bandicoot. It's a very family.
Bandicoot. It's Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot. Please cluck.
Friendly game. You're running through the jungle, you're having a bunch of different missions. It's great to see, but this is the latest generation. Like Michelle mentioned, there's actually 2 previous generations of Crash that are coming with it, so 3 of them total. So you get to play maybe one that you played 10 years ago when you were a kid, and now your kids are playing it all together. And the fact that it's that big display, this, I love what Nintendo did. The bigger the screen, the shorter the battery life. They've actually given you a bigger battery than the previous generation. So now you're up to 7 hours of battery life. So it's incredible
Think
to be able
about
to play that
when you're traveling.
That is a super borderline lie stretch. That's if like you're playing chess. That is a motherfucking... It's the truth, but boy, are you pushing it to the teetering in white lie territory. Oh, like, no, if you're playing Fortnite, if you're playing even Super Mario Odyssey, you're playing Zelda Breath of the Horse. Horses have terrible breath, by the way. It's quite repulsive. You are not out of a Switch Lite or even a Switch. You are not getting 7 hours. That is almost a lie. What am I doing? I always have to open up StreamLabs because I'm a dumbass. It's not your fault. I appreciate it. It's me being a fucking idiot. You would think, please someone say. Hold on. Recent events. Smash Brandy's cooch. What the hell are you talking about? Oh,
we
I
like to
think
bring
I
them
know.
when we visit other people because, you know,
sure.
kids,
No,
especially mine are a little bit younger, 7 and 4, they don't have all their toys at other people's places, and I don't want to take up somebody's TV with their video
Not
games.
reading
So
that
with
one,
this,
Woodens.
They can do it on their own. They
Nice
can link
try.
up together. The battery's going to last, so I don't have to worry about that. And the games are family friendly. I think that's really important. We love to play the classics too, mainly because I can finally beat the kids at something. You know, they don't understand that I've been playing these games for years also.
Please let her play. Please let her. I will be able to tell in 0.3 of a second. Like, you could tell he's not really a gamer either. Look.
But it's just, it's a really...
I mean, he's not, at least, okay, I will give him the credit of, remember the other guy who looked like he was twerking someone else's nipples as he was selling it on fucking HSN or whatever? I mean, he looks like he's had some experience, but even him. But that guy was just like, look, I'll hold my Switch. Yo, he was like this, like, oh, God, this gameplay is so game. Oh, man, what a great, like, no, stop immediately. Those are not nipples. Those are Joycons that drift.
Great way to do something that...
Crash Bandicoot. Yes. So, yes, there will be I can't give a date until it's in my hands, until I know more. Doing the infinite bolt glitch in Ratchet HD Clay, which means I'm sitting here holding the circle button on my Vita. Spread your cheeks.
Spread your cheeks
And just go to town. Rich, did you see the trolls that were in the game chat with Wings and put... see, that's the shit that could get him banned, though, man. Don't get him banned. Welcome to Ban World. That song is amazing. It's actually an excellent song. As a fellow geek whom supermodels run screaming, I feel like HSN is mansplaining to me. I know because they have an older, like 60-something plus demographic that's probably their biggest consumer, that it's like, hey, look at this video game technology. It's a game system you could play games on. Well, no fucking shit. I read the directions wrong, HSN. I didn't know I was supposed to play games on this. Now it's shoved up my ass. I'm constipated, and now I'm going to sue you. God damn it. Oh. How do you view lesbian relationships in UHD? Oh, God. Oh, God. You think Sega will sell to Microsoft or Sega will sell in general? Maybe. Yeah, I wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me.
Watch your balls.
Phil's going to wash his balls. DSP, he's going to wash on his big old balls. DSP, he's going to wash on his big old balls. He will show you how he's going to wash his hairy balls. I fucked that up. I meant to hit the wash your balls, and I didn't hit it. I didn't hit it. Imagine I made like a wash your balls song and music video, and like I green screen DSP from like 2010, like dancing across the screen. Oh my God, that would be amazing. And then just have him dancing to the Wash Your Balls song in a bunch of like 16-bit like backgrounds. I'm thinking of really weird shit right now, and I blame the birds for all this.
That meets them at their level now with technology, but that everybody can get in on. There's no learning curve.
Oh, there's no learning curve at all. It's like that great hand-eye coordination. Now, Crash that we're giving you today, it actually comes...
Smash Brands Cooch is from one of the worst story-driven games I've ever played. I honestly never had any love for the Last of Us series as a whole. I remember getting a lot of shit for that back in 2013. Tried this game again, still don't enjoy it. Just not for me, but it may be for you. But my taste is not superior to your taste. Every different strokes for different folks, right, birds? Yeah. Fuck birds.
On a little memory card, a little game card that slides right in there. Now, this is the same memory card, the same game cards that we had from previous generations of Switch.
Okay.
So if you have an older Switch, then those came out.
Why are they making it like this is it's just a smaller revision of the other fucking console. Don't make it like it's next generation. Like I thought that before, and I thought I was going fucking nuts, and I thought that my THC levels were too high. No, he's genuinely making it like, oh, all of your old games. It's like this is a DS going from a Game Boy Advance. What are you doing? I want to put the music, but I'm not going to put the music on again. That would be misbehaving. New deodorant said remove top and push that button, but now I can't walk, but my farts smell awesome. Dude, just fart out all of the antiperspirant now. Just fart it all out. Another anti-vaxxer person that I know said, Rich, at least I'm not like you. At least I don't play video games for a living and get stoned for a living. I don't know about you, but the fact that I make a living, dude, sounds like a pretty good fucking life to me. But took a lot of work to get here, too. It's not like I just like woke up one morning and said, yep, you know what's going to happen when I'm 40? I'm going to be doing a bunch of live streams and entertaining people and getting stoned and kissing chickens. But am I complaining about it? Fuck no. Yeah, vegan gains, man. It's it's like sensical stuff too. Like, I'm sure you will agree with this. If no, I know I am not, I still have man titties and I am still way too fat. I will address that. And I'm also still glad I'm nowhere near the weight I was and will never be there again. But like the people I know that I won't mention in real life too. It's not like trolls or anything. Like they're like, I'm concerned about what I'm putting in my body. While they're eating steaks, have severe drinking problems to the point where their doctor told them the next time they leave the hospital, they're going to be leaving in a body bag, but they're concerned about what's in the vaccine. I'm not making that up. Think about how that works. Where's the logic there? Like, how are you logical? You're literally drinking yourself to death, and I don't want to see the person die. I don't. But my point being is, I want you to know, like, how about you have another 27 beers and then get back to me about being concerned about what's in your fucking body? I like, come on. Or people I know that chain smoke. Like, I can't. I just, I can't infect you with my fatness. That's the difference before everyone brings that up too. Yeah, I've put some back on, but there are people that put a shit ton more back on. And that's not me throwing shade at anyone in particular, and I'm damn proud that I've kept a good portion of it off. And will get more off and keep it off. A lot of people got bigger than when they started. Hell no.
2017, a lot of us do take those cards out of your old Switch, pop it into the new one, and that's perfect. But this also has 32 gigabytes worth of online storage.
Well, yeah, sometimes you may have an initial reaction if you get a vaccine. All I know is the last time I got the flu was in 2000. I started getting the vaccine for the flu in 2001. Knock on particle board wood, I haven't gotten the flu since. I'm going to keep getting the vaccine. Eat my ass. When you first saw Halo, were you blinded by its majesty? Prophet of regret, I miss old Halo. You want to hear something funny? And my opinion totally fucking changed? Solid Crusader, how the fuck did I miss your super chat again? Hold on. I asked my nurse to give me my booster shot at the tip of my dick. Now I have a massive erection up to 20 inches long. Can I get 8? Wash your balls? Of course you can. I am apologizing to all of your ears right now. Honestly, when I went back and played Halo back in like the early or late 2000, like early 2010, I remember what Halo 3, I was like, yeah, it was fun to play online, but I'm like, why does everyone think Halo is such a big deal? And when Halo first came out, I remember that was during my gaming hiatus where I had the PS2 for a little bit, had the GameCube for a little bit, had the Xbox for a little bit, but I didn't really game that much. And I remember there was this dude named Donnell there who fucking never talked to me. Hated me. I have no idea why. Like, I've never, like, I know I was obnoxious back in the day to many people, but me and him, like, never corresponded. I had no idea before I started working there who he was. But I worked at Best Buy during this holiday shift when I was in college, and he was like, didn't talk to me, but all of a sudden I brought up, like, man, I'm thinking about, I think he overheard me talking to someone, talking like about getting Xbox, and he was like, yo! And I'm like, holy shit, you actually say things. And he wouldn't shut the fuck up about Halo to the point I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, all right, I'm making a little extra coin at this holiday job. I'll buy an Xbox. And I wasn't impressed at the time. Now going back, I love Halo Combat Evolved. Beat that. It's like one of the few games of my life that I actually beat. But You know, but initially, and then I played Jet Set Radio. Gotta still go with not a fan of Jet Set Radio. I'm gonna hold to that opinion to this day. I know people think it's an underrated masterpiece, and you may very well be right, but it's not my cup of tea. But I also have floppy pancake nipples. Rumor is there's a new Quake coming soon. Like how? Yes, and that would make my mushroom tingle. Oh, shit. One time I went to Target, and when I go to use the price, but the one I found was hacked to show the Windows embedded desktop, and the recycle bin was renamed to Ass and Titties. I have the picture on my phone. If I want me to send it to you. Dude. You can't surprise me. Here's why. Bro, I used to fix computers back at Circuit City back in the day. And I've seen naked bikers, floppy titties, cum-crusted keyboards. Nothing will surprise me. Nothing. But you could send the picture, and I'll check it out. Like Steve Brule. Check it out. Why did it do that? All right, let's continue with this exciting...
on the inside. So now, Michelle... I could actually...
There is some gems in here, so I'm actually glad we continued watching this. Yeah, she has insanely thick hair. And like I said, that's not me like... She's okay. She's not... There's better looking women I've seen on here. Sorry. But not that I'm anything special. But her hair is insanely thick.
To go over to the Nintendo store. Yeah. And this connects to your Wi-Fi.
That was an awkward moment where they were off pace and she was getting annoyed. You saw that in her face.
That you have in your house, just like you connect your cell phone, just like you connect your tablets and your computers. And now there are up to 2,000 games that are compatible with your Switch.
And let's keep it real, though. I would say probably 900 to 800 of those are complete shit.
So you're talking about some old classics.
He said connects to your wife. She's a good-looking woman. Don't get me wrong. I'm just, the hair thing is like, that thing's like a helmet on her head, man. Like a brick could drop on her head, for God forbid, from the ceiling. It would just bounce off her hair.
Way to do something that meets them at their level now with technology, but that everybody can get in on. There's no learning curve.
Oh, there's no learning curve at all. It's like that great hand-eye coordination. Now, Crash that we're giving you today, it actually comes on a little memory card, a little game card that slides right in there. Now, this is the same memory card, the same game card.
I love how they make it like the 32 gigabytes is a selling point. Or even the 7 hours is a selling point.
Cards that we had from previous generations of Switch. Okay. So if you have an older Switch, then those came out in 2007.
Hopefully for the next gen Switch, I don't think we're going to see it with this generation unless it happens like the 11th hour. They come out with a better like user interface for the store where you could find good games.
A lot of us do take those cards out of your old Switch, pop it into the new one, and that's perfect. But this also has 32 gigabytes.
Yeah, that was a good video, Bullcraft Max.
Online worth of storage on the inside. So now, Michelle, I could actually go over to the Nintendo store. Yeah. And this connects to your Wi-Fi that you have in your house.
He said Wi-Fi.
Just like you connect your cell phone, just like you connect your tablets and your computers. And now there are up to 2,000 games that are compatible with your Switch. So you're talking about some old classics. I can download Pac-Man on here. I can download...
They're not really ripping you off that bad with this one. They're still ripping you off by like 30-something bucks. I think someone did the math. All right, Rich, emailed satisfied about your grip. Told that Richard, here's hoping. Hey, let's see, man. You know,
download Mario. What's available on here? There's so many.
Wood is more muscular, has better nipples and hair than me. So, I just have birds.
Games and they're constantly changing. So the great thing is, I've got.
Yeah, it's just a minor rip-off Union Jack. But I would love Quake 4. I think is a little bit underrated too. The 360 version is hot garbage though.
Not that Nintendo store that gives me that.
Got to play it on PC, but you got to do a patch on PC, I believe. Yeah, Donald Care supports the vaccine. To Donald Care's credit, I just got the booster. It's a tremendous booster. My penis is still very large. Unlike what Marco Rubio said, he could go fuck himself.
Little piece of shit Marco, I will have a rope shooting contest with you any day of the week. I may be a much older man, but I have a much more powerful spray tan penis.
I sent the picture to you on Twitter. Username is the same. Okay, Flashback Turtle. Thank you, my dude.
Access, and then once I download them, they all pop up right here.
Isn't
So
that
I have
convenient?
Fortnite. My son loves playing Fortnite. He doesn't have to bring his big computer
Of course he
anymore.
does.
Now he's got Fortnite right there. My daughter loves watching YouTube videos.
Yeah.
You can download YouTube on here. You can download
Wow.
so many games that are on here. So many
YouTube app is pretty good on the Switch, too.
different apps. So it's over 2,000 things you can download. Now, when you think of this like a computer, because now I'm downloading all this stuff,
Right.
eventually you're going to run out of memory. But what Nintendo's done is right there, there's an expansion slot.
But what Nintendo's done. What Nintendo needed to fucking do. He's making it like he could sell shit to your asshole and make you say thank you. Thanks for all the entertainment I've listened to you since you started the streaming on Review Tech. You're like comfort food to me. Fattening comfort food. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I may actually take a leak in a second, but I love how he's making it like that's a no. They needed an SD card slot because 32 gigabytes. Like, there's very big AAA games from Nintendo, which they optimize their games size wise more. But third party developers, there's plenty of huge fucking games. One game. There's some games that are big enough that you can't even just put them on the built-in storage. At least on the Switch and Switch Lite, maybe the Switch OLED. Like, you absolutely need extra storage. That's not a feature, you tech expert. I'm going to get coffee. Here are birds. I love birds. They lay turds. These are birds. You see my birds? They lay big turds. Because they are birds. They might be nerds. Power. Beverages are for the birds. You became a member for 6 months? Holy shit. Sorry about that, guys. Need to make some coffee.
You can put a 2 terabyte expansion slot. That's 2,000 gigabytes worth of space. We're already going to give you 32.
Which is so funny, which is like, okay. I mean, it's amazing for the Switch. It takes a lot for, even if you have a bunch of AAA games, to fill up a terabyte on a Switch. I know I have a terabyte card, but 2022, 2021, or 2020, it's 2022. Holy fuck. That's not a lot of storage. It's not. It's adequate.
To get you started, but now we have so much expansion room that as new games come out, you can constantly load it. So what we do with our family, and Michelle said it perfectly, put this in your case. We take this to grandma's house. We take this to doctor's appointment. We take it on long car rides. With a 7-hour battery and all the kids' favorite games, this is the perfect one. And with less than 100 days till Christmas, this is the ultimate when you're traveling
And this is how you spread it out, too, because we can offer you flex payments. I mean, anywhere else you go, you're paying for it all at once.
She said spread it out. Yeah. I'm understanding birds. Like, the problem with the Switch, too, is you're going to have to buy one for each kid because you know they're going to beat the crap out of each other. Like, how are you going to share? At least, again, I like the Switch Lite, too. For a just conventional portable console, it's fantastic. Don't get it twisted. But for the long car rides, unless you have an only child, the other Switch is better, especially if they play games like Mario Kart. Yes, I'm sitting here putting on chopsticks because my lips are dry.
Right. And then on top of that, there's the extra things, not just that you want, like the new game you're going to want, and whoever you're giving this to is going to want, but also the things you definitely need with this. Like, you're going to want to protect the screen. We're including the screen protector. That's a little extra you'd have to pick up at the store, so it just keeps adding up, right? We're including the case for you, which is another extra you would buy. It fits perfectly inside. You've got these straps to keep it nice and secure. This little flap, I love. This is where you're going to slip in your game.
She said little flap.
Games, if you've got the physical games like the one we're giving you, remember you can download as well. And then up here, you can put the extras we're giving you, like the little headphones. Of course, you get all the cables that you need to charge it as well. Everything fits in this one little case, so it's easy to grab and go.
There's no strap to grab it. I might be even nitpicking. I like the strap, especially if you're giving that case to kids. Man, you want a little handle.
And it stays protected. We're giving you all of this today. Also, your choice of colors. How cool is this? There's yellow, teal, and the gray. And because it's brand new, like literally today is when this...
It's not $3.99 for all that. It's okay. That's where the fraud comes in. Fuck birds. They're not getting that much value. You're still being oversold at $2.99. You're just a little bit being ripped off. I hate Amazon does that during Amazon Prime Day. It's like, oh, this piece of used chewing gum was $70,000. You can now get it for $20. What a deal. Yes. Jordan, you're 1,000% correct, man.
Came out in the market. My 7-year-old reminded me again, and I just happened to be presenting it today, which is crazy to me. But we took $100
I'm sure they will say space gray
off the original price point. So when this is not on
$3.99, I can't believe it. There we go. There is the comedy to this. There's the tragedy. That's the thing that makes me sad in the ass area. Is $3.99 they want you to believe this would cost. Oh, that's so tragic. I didn't say you could fart on me, and you farted anyway. Go fuck yourself. I have no idea why I'm obsessed with this song, but you keep staring at me weird, so I'm just gonna keep playing the song. Fuck birds. I hate birds. They're shit. Fuck birds. Fuck birds. You are garbage, birds.
Sale anymore, it's going to go up to $399.99. And don't forget, that's including the $50 game, the screen protector.
And that is called you being swindled. If you spent $399 from a Switch Lite bundle, even back in 2019 for this, I don't care who thinks she's cute or not, you got swindled, son. You got bamboozled. You may as well have just taken that extra $130, let's keep it real, and just lit it on fire.
And the case. So it is a good time to get it. Free shipping. Don't go wait in line. We're just going to send it all to you right now.
I mean, God, it's only $40 more than the incredible and television goddamn fucking Amico from Tommy Tellerico, motherfucker. You're in dangerous territory. I would rather see you spend $2.99 on this. Way more value. Way more value than Flash games that run at 20 FPS that look like they're running on a Pentium 2 from 1999. It literally looks like that. There's no reason even to applause. Why don't you love me back?
Watch your balls. 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 Watch your 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 balls.
Is that enough love for you?
And play with it. You have 30 days to try everything.
And the game that we're giving you, it truly is a $50 value. It's
Yeah.
one of the latest generations from Nintendo. And the fact that they're giving you this game, you know, a lot of times, sometimes you get a game that comes with it. It's a trial game. This is not only the full version of the latest Crash Bandicoot, but it's also the
Fresh Bandicoot. He said it. I think you said it before, but this time that'll do. Damn, thank you, Glass Joe. But no, he said Crash Bandicoot. He said the wrong name. These birds are so fucking lame. Watch your balls spark. Oh, remember there was like, remember when the Sparta remix was such a big thing?
the two previous editions, so you really are getting those 3 games in one. And anywhere else you go out and buy your Nintendo Switch Lite today, you just get the Switch Lite and then you get the charge, and that's it. You get the cable to charge.
It's gonna say Crash Bandicoochie next.
In. We're giving you those games, so when you get this thing at home, you are ready to play right out of the box. You charge this up. It only takes a couple hours to charge it, but then you have 7 hours.
The Switch charge is slow. The Switch charge is slow. I hope Nintendo puts at least some kind of basic fast-esque charging in the next-gen Switch. Please? I bet the birds beg you.
Hours worth of gameplay. It's fantastic to have that. In the previous generation,
I like Crash. I think it's fun. It gets a little hard to the point where it's kind of like I get frustrated and then I end up just going to Pornhub. But it's fun platformer. It's challenging.
You used to have to charge a screen. Then you charge one controller, you charge the other controller. Now they're all built into one, so it's one.
Now, when it breaks, you're going to have to get the whole fucking console fixed. It's so convenient, and it will break, and you will get Joy-Con drift. Guaranteed, or your horse is back. You don't want to give those horses back. It's not good. Don't piss off the horses. You don't want to know what happens when you piss off the horses. It's not a good outcome. snack on you later. Put breading on you. Dip you in some ranch dressing and fuck birds, you're terrible.
One plug charges everything, and now you've got 7 hours of gameplay to go anywhere you want. This is also touchscreen too. So as I go back to my home screen, I can use the touchscreen on here too. That's why we highly recommend you getting the glass protector. A lot of people don't get it, and then you get a...
Yes, this part I wholeheartedly agree with him on every single time. And I know people see him when I do Switch videos, and they see the glass protector. And they're like, oh, because for some reason the camera makes it look a billion times more reflective than it, but it's really barely any more reflective, at least the glass I've used in real life, than the regular Switch screen. And it will definitely, because their screens, they purposely make them out of plastic so they don't crack, like at least the outer glass doesn't, so they will scratch. They're as soft as butter. My hairy ass could scratch your screen.
I don't give a shit!
That actually works. And I love birds. I love birds.
a nick, you get a scratch, and you lose the ability. This is going to protect that investment. This is also already included with it. And everything you're getting today fits in that nice, durable case. So it makes it really easy to be able to take it on the go. And the fact that when I go back to my home screen, I still have online access. So if I want to download a game, if the kids were on the road or at a hotel, they want to download something else, I can come over to my Nintendo store, and now I can download up to 2,000 games that are compatible with your brand new Switch. Because sometimes when they come out with a new console, then you have to get all new games, the games you loved, you have to buy them all over again.
I know some cell phone companies that do that. You have to get new everything, chargers, all of it.
Oh, it gets so expensive. Like the same game I spent $50 on, I got to spend another $50 on. Here, if you bought it in the past.
That's not true. If you just upgrade to a new iPhone or a new Android phone, you just carry over, you just re-download them. Oh, stop. Stop. Yeah, that package is not coming today. Oh my God, Phil, what are you doing to me? I have become Philip Burnell. Philip Burnell. Philip Burnell. Pulsating chicken sandwiches, Philip Burnell. I hope I don't fap, Phil. I hope I don't fap, Phil. Because then I'll say I was just scratching my leg when I was fapping.
It's compatible with up to 2,000 of the most popular games that are out there. So if you bought maybe Mario Kart, or maybe you bought Pac-Man, or maybe you bought Mario Odyssey, or one of the...
Yes, you're going to sign into the same fucking account and download this is not... You're making it like this is a next-gen system. Why are you doing that?
Other games, even though you spent the money, the investment is still there. You just download it to your brand new Switch Lite and you're ready to play.
Now, speaking of integrating, if you happen to have the old with this new one, like we have the original.
No, I cannot snort like DSP. Oh, wait, yes, I can. It's over. It is done. You are now going to have to only give me money on StreamLabs, or I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills tomorrow. Let me show you a list of my expenses. You don't understand. The cable bill is $200, and I'm just not seeing the support. I'm not seeing it. I am now Philip Burnell.
Flush your balls.
Switch. If I pick up the Switch Lite, my two boys can still play together, right?
Right.
How does that work?
So it's got a special wireless frequency on there. Now, most games, like say Mario Kart or Crash Bandicoot, where it's multiplayer, it's going to recognize there's someone else in the house that has a Switch. Now, it could be the old Switch, which came out in 2017, or it could be this brand new one, and now everyone gets their own play. Everyone gets their own screen.
But just explain that they're going through around, like, it's almost too much work what they're doing right now. Just say it's a smaller version of the Switch and it plays the same exact games. Why are you doing the extra verbal legwork to make it like it's a next-gen console? It makes no sense what you're doing. Your job, especially with the demographic that you're selling to, is to make it as simple as possible, and you're over-explaining it and making it more complicated, so Grandma Phyllis is getting verbally butt-fucked. I mean, I know Nintendo kind of went that fucking route with like the new Nintendo 3DS where it had a quad-core processor as opposed to a dual-core. They put more RAM in it, and some games actually utilize the extra hardware, but not this. It's the same shit. Why are you confusing them? Stop. There's no reason to over-explain this.
So you can have a Switch, your kids can have a Switch, everyone can play up to 8 people at the same time with all these games. The previous way to do it was everybody had to connect to the TV. It became cumbersome. And then if you got away from the TV, if you're at grandma's house, then nobody could play because you're not at your home TV.
If they have a TV that can do that.
Right, exactly.
So then you could just buy all of your kids one Switch Lite if you have more than one and watch them beat the shit out of each other. Speaking of which, I set up for my kids. I can't wait for them to see it. The Turtles in Time arcade machine. It's awesome. But they are going to be, I am going to have to referee them. I'm going to have to put on a referee outfit. Hey, Rich, I know it's kind of early, but do you have any plans for when this channel hits 100K subscribers in the year like 2067? Oh man, I don't know. Well, let's get to 50,000 first. Then we'll debate that, which means I probably won't even think about it because it probably won't happen anytime soon. But I'm very happy with the performance of this channel though as a whole. You said as a whole. That was cool.
This one, everyone can play. Whoever has a Switch, everyone has access to play.
I love this idea. It's so much more handy. There's less to keep track of because everything's connected, which all the parents and grandparents will appreciate for sure. But then you don't lose anything in quality. I mean, look at the clarity of this screen. It is so high def. I'm really impressed by that.
It's 720p. It's perfectly fine for the Switch, just like I said before, but don't oversell the screen now. It is an IPS middle of the road, adequate, more than adequate. What's up, Camelot? Nipples. Yes, it's amazing, but because I initially was going to get Pac-Man, for which I still may get it for my son, because I actually am not a huge fan of Pac. I like it, I'll play it, but I know, especially my middle son is like, he wanted it at first, but I'm like, oh my God, there's only one at a time, even if they want to do multiplayer. No. Like, I'm gonna like, oh, the teen, and they'll like it. It's a beat 'em up, but it's not like it's violent, you know, and it's something they could all play. But now they have the specific. One is Donatello, one is Leonardo, one is Raphael, one is, I forgot the other one. Michelangelo just came into my brain. So I know which, like, especially if it's a color they want. And I'm like, oh, children.
Colors are amazing, and it's easy to see. So even though this is a little bit smaller version, the screen takes up almost all of it. So you're getting a good viewing experience.
It's that nice big 5.5-inch display. You can see even Crash Bandicoot. The colors are incredible because it's high definition. So it's super easy on the eyes. You don't get that eye strain. You don't get that eye fatigue. You know, sometimes cell phones don't even have a high def screen. This is just incredibly easy to play. And because the controllers are built into the device, I'm not having to plug this in, plug that in. I just take my Switch Lite, turn it on, and then I'm ready to go right.
Why Carlos and Steve are sexy birds for a 50K special. You watch Darman? Who's Darman? I'm not even sure who that is.
Out of the box.
Well,
I'm sure if I pushed it more on my other channel, like because I said videos are coming back full force. Tomorrow is what, Tuesday, Wednesday, the 5th. That's when my editor's coming back on. So yeah, I could probably get it there pretty quick. Then I don't know what we'll do. Maybe I'll have Intro Guy flying on a jetpack and smack my ass cheeks like a bongo. Because that would be totally not violate TOS. Maybe I'm going to actually get RGT. That was not me just saying it to him because he can't. I'm going to actually get RGT to come on the show, and maybe we could have an ass crack quality contest. Who is the better quality hairy ass crack? But no, I'm actually really liking. I'll probably do a video on it. I'm actually really liking the 1UP Arcade. I think they could use better quality like switches for the direction, like the joystick and everything. But you know they're going to cut corners somewhere. But all in all, it's a pretty decent build. Feels good.
well, I will say you will be the coolest person.
The fourth turtle is Burnell. What would his weapon be?
Ever if you pick this up the day it comes out and you didn't even have to leave the office or leave your house. We have 3 colors. That's the gray, we have teal and yellow. I will say if you want the yellow, we only have 50 left at this point already of the yellow. And don't forget, you're getting all the extras. We're giving you the case, we're giving you the screen protector, we're giving you 3 games in 1. That's coming included. And we're even giving you the headset.
Why are they even It's an insult that they're throwing in that headset. That is insulting to their, I don't even care if it's like their mega boomer audience. That headset is insulting. That is an insulting headset. Son, what are you doing? HSN. Oh, man. TSP's secret weapon. Well, he gets very defensive because it's like post nasal drip, and it was like something that's like he can't get anything done with, and oh man, we'll arrive soon. The hell, I'm telling you, man, this is about a package. I don't care that you're running late. That doesn't bother me. So long as I get the package. I'm not that DSP, but oh man, I'm going to start complaining about how much sperm is on my chicken sandwich. Oh my God. Someone shot too many ropes on my breaded breast and I'm now pissed. Someone said to me that you make money off of shirtless and you make money off of video games. And they were basically another anti-vaxxer. They were like deriding my audience. And I'm like, you hang out with raging alcoholics and anti-vaxxers and quality people, let's say. My people actually are quality people. They have a hobby. They're productive, and they like the fact that I have a very strange yet down-to-earth humor, and I make money off of something that I love, and I'm damn proud of it. And I don't care these are real people. These aren't trolls. I wouldn't talk about trolls 99% of the time. It's people are so worried about a facade. That's the other thing too that's amazing. It's all about what something looks like. If you think what I do is shameful, fuck you. What's shameful about entertaining people? And this is a real person that I know. You're going to try to look down on me for what I do? At least I'm me. At least I don't live a lie. And want people to base their lives around me, and if they don't, it's unbelievable, man. The headset is top tier, Dollar Tree. Dude, it's not even Dollar Tree. Don't insult Dollar Tree headsets. Yeah, these are real people. Everyone's like, why are you feeding the troll? I'm like, nah, you don't understand. These are not trolls. These are real people that I know outside has nothing to do with any of this shit. And you're going to... I'm a true yeah, you're a true professional drinker too. Who's selfish and who the world has to revolve around them to the point where you couldn't even go and get a COVID test. Don't care that you're not vaccinated. I mean, I do, but whatever at this point. I don't fucking care about that. But you couldn't even get a swab, which it was a pain in the ass to do, but you could have gotten one. But because of that and because of that stance, you're going to talk down to it. But that's typical anti-vaxxer stuff, though. You question the person's character. You question their appearance, their weight, their everything else. You shame them because you don't want to have an actual debate about things. It's just la la la. Freedom to those kind of people is what I want is freedom. Everything else, fuck it. Fuck you for being that way. Rich, I'm drinking hot cocoa playing Left 4 Dead 2, which has held up surprisingly well. I've just played that. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, this is actually much better. Much better than Back 4 Blood. And the thing that what's beautiful about, I mean, Back 4 Blood actually runs pretty well on anything as well. But Left 4 Dead 2, it's a great game, and it could run on a fucking potato, you know? Solid Crusader, horror on cam, YouTube monster kills pregnant lover on live stream by locking her in. You got to send me a video on that, man. I'll make a video on that. I may even make it tomorrow. That's insane. All right. You said how many stops away are you now? We'll be... You're still 17 stops away. Excellent updating. Love this. Try it again. No. Great. That's just great. Nice and accurate. But yeah, Left 4 Dead 2 is nice, man, because why don't I just bring up the screen? So we got it. Those are dollar store headphones. Why am I still tiny in the corner? Now I'm going to be paranoid thinking that you sent the link. What the fuck? Holy shit. Yeah, well, all right. This is that's fucking insane. Hold on. But yeah, if for those of you, because Left 4 Dead is shockingly old now. So, you may have not played it before. I highly recommend it still. Left 4 Dead 2. Left 4 Dead 2. Because Left 4 Dead 2 is Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 combined anyway. You get all the maps with it. So, how old is this story? Oh, this is an older story. We'll still check it out, though. It's not like I'm doing a YouTube video on it. Let me see if this updated again. The only reason why being so, I just want to make sure I don't. They're saying I don't have to sign for it. But I don't trust that I don't have to sign for it. YouTube monster kills pregnant lover on live stream by locking her in sub-zero balcony as viewers pay him to... What? A Russian YouTuber was arrested following a sickening live broadcast in which his pregnant girlfriend died after he was paid to subject her to cruel abuse. No, this has to be fucking fake. Egged on by his online Stas Reflay, allegedly forced Valentina Grigorian out on a balcony in sub-zero weather wearing only underwear. Like, still absolutely a fucking, it's real. Jesus. Reflay was paid 1,000 whoopee by a viewer to inflict the abuse on her during, as according to report Baza Media. Valentina, who was in the early stages of, died of hypothermia. He put a fucking pregnant woman at his rented house in Ivanka village near Moscow. Her shocking death has led to calls in Russia for an urgent ban on online reality violence, which appears unrestricted on YouTube and can be watched by children. Now, the guy is a piece of shit, so please don't take what I'm saying out of context. Was it like, oh, a challenge to see how long she could be out there and it went out of control? Or he is just really a fucking psychopath, sociopath piece of shit? Reflay, real name Stanislav, what, I can't say that, kept the YouTube camera rolling even as he realized Valentina was half dead. In footage too disturbing to show, which I wouldn't show it here, he can be seen carrying her backside and attempting to revive her. What did you think? Oh my God, it's so pathetic. The horrific broadcast continued to his tens of thousands. He is heard saying, "Wake up, I love you, wake up." Yeah, he didn't mean it, but he wanted to get view clout. Why are people so obsessed with fucking fame? And he thought like, oh, she'll be fine. I'll bring her back in. And dude, she's going out in sub-zero weather in underwear is an awful idea for anybody, but a pregnant woman? Oh my God. I can't. What people will do for fucking fame, and it's going to ruin us, is absolutely insane. And the more flooded this shit gets, and this is why I'm happy streaming to almost 900 people. The more that people want to chase that big clout, prize, I guess is the right word, the more stupid shit's going to happen, because the more insane you're going to have to become to stand out. Like, how do you think this was? You fucking idiot. You fucking clown. And he forced her out on the balcony. Oh, go to jail. I don't care. You were just doing it as like a prank. Go to jail for your stupid fucking prank. Go to jail for your stupid fucking prank. Thoughts on inflation. Went to the gas pump. I had to pay $6 a gallon here in California. Might go ahead and buy a Prius if this keeps going up. Yeah. As a person who has to put fucking premium gas in their car. Fucking kill me. Funny thing is that Russian law, he's not going to jail for that long, Rich. He's a YouTuber named Lazy Masquerade that talked about this. Really? Interesting. I may have to check it out. That is insane, man. And that is horrifying. Well, all right, guys. I'm actually going to call it an evening because I'm going to go work on some other stuff. I'm actually to be doing a longer stream. I may do like a gaming stream during the day and another stream in the afternoon. So, and I'm running on like 2 hours of sleep. So, have a great evening. That's a horrifying story. And I'll see you tomorrow with another stream. And content starts again on, yes, today's Monday on the 5th. So, be on the lookout for that too. Have a good one.